Right. Good day, everyone. Once again, this is Prophet Kuba TV channel. And as I always say, in Prophet Kuba TV channel, we bring to you the prophecies of the Bible as they are being fulfilled relating to the end time events. And also, we bring to you the reality of Prophet Kuba series. But today, we are going to bring to you some striking events that happened that we will really want you to hear about. But before then, I would like you to subscribe to this YouTube channel, Prophet Kuba TV, and turn on the notification bell so that whenever we upload a new content, you are going to be notified. Without wasting time, we are going to go straight into today's episode. I'm going to share with you um, a striking event that happened in Nasarawa state of Nigeria, West Africa. It was on the 5th of September 2022 that the news came online that a man by name Godwin, who was a native doctor practicing in Nasarawa state, died after a couple of days sickness, which before his death, he told his sons and his other children that he wouldn't like to be kept for too long to be buried. He said 2 or 3 days is enough that they should bury him. And when the news came to his eldest son who lives in Abuja, and he came home and went into the mortuary to see his father, and the mortician actually brought out the body of the father, and he looked at him. It was indeed his father in the morgue. And they were making preparation to bury him on the 8th of September, just 2 days after. Coffin was bought, and the villagers gathered to bury the native doctor. While the burial, or rather the funeral, was going on, they noticed that the casket was shaking, and the casket fell off, perhaps from the table or wherever they elevated it on, and fell on the ground. And the father got up from the casket, and people ran helter skelter. People ran away in fear, thinking it was a ghost. But eventually, the son summoned up courage, got to him, talked with him, and he requested to be given water to take his bed, which they did. And he took his bed. After about 3 days to 1 week, he now began to talk and began to narrate the story of what he experienced beyond this life. Truly, life is mysterious. And the man went on and explained what he saw. Immediately he passed on. He said he saw his body floated out, or rather, his spirit or soul floated out of his body. And he saw people running around and shouting that he has passed on. And he said he looked up and saw in the sky a giant satellite. According to him, he said it was a giant satellite, a kind of. And all of a sudden, he saw himself inside this giant satellite, which turned out to be heaven. According to him, he said he saw a 75 feet tall angel standing at the gate of heaven, and another two angels behind him. And the three angels communed within themselves and allowed him passage into the gate of heaven. He said, once inside the gate of heaven, he met with one of his childhood friends who took him around heaven and showed him things. He said he saw the throne of God and a lot of other things. But most striking, he said, that Jesus Christ brought him back to life, and that he has discovered that the Bible is real. Jesus is real. Heaven is real. He said he didn't go to hell. He didn't know what hell looks like because he didn't get there. But he said as he came back to life that he would never practice his native doctor profession, that he has given his life totally to the evangelization of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Can you imagine that? This is here in Africa. This is here in Nigeria, precisely Nasarawa State. That brings me to another occurrence that happened in the United States of America, where a person had a near death experience and died, and he was taken into the heavenlies and was shown the future events that are going to happen on this planet Earth as the Bible predicted or prophesied that they will happen. And one of the things he said, according to him, he said while he was in the heavens, he saw an asteroid.
I looked behind me and saw an asteroid approaching. The cosmic colors around it was beautiful, and it ticked my stomach. I could sense the power in the rushing ball of stone. It was just about half the size of the natural moon, if I'm correct. And it barreled through the space center like it was a toy, and continued heading towards the Earth. This time, it took me ahead of the present. And I saw somehow a rough and blurred graphics exposing a calendar with 2023 boldly indicated on it. I saw everything display like a movie. The asteroid made a direct impact with the northern hemisphere of the Earth, and even from where I was, I felt the devastation. It obliterated the hemisphere and shook the Earth. The ground of the Earth split, and a huge and thick smoke and ash rose from the bowels of the Earth. From my own assumption, based on what I clearly saw, nearly half of the Earth's population died due to the impact. But it was soon discovered that they were the lucky ones, because the cosmic dust from the asteroid mixed with the Earth's dust that had been shaken up, and the smoke and ash from the Earth, which rose to the sky. And I watched as the Earth slowly turned black as the dust almost blocked out the sun. The temperature dropped drastically, and people died from the cold.
While he was looking at the asteroid, he said he saw something that looked like a calendar. And on that calendar, he said he saw 2023 written boldly. And immediately the asteroid hits some hemisphere of the earth and shattered the earth into pieces. A lot of people died, and the earth broke into pieces, which could be like an earthquake. According to him, he said this happened as he saw that 2023 boldly written on that calendar. We do not know what 2023 holds for us. Yes, as everyone is clamoring for good life, as everyone is clamoring for good things, as everyone is clamoring for good governance come 2023, especially in Nigeria, I would want to beg you, whoever that is listening to this broadcast today, that what lies ahead spiritually for this planet Earth is more than good governance of the world, is more than good things of the world, is more than the expectations we are looking for that are seemingly good. I want you to embrace Jesus Christ. I want you to embrace the righteousness of God, because we do not know what tomorrow holds for you and I. Tomorrow is not a promise for every one of us. And also, this brings me to what a young man called David also had as a near-death experience. According to him, he died. When he died, and he said he saw a lot of things happening, because Jesus was asking him, do you want to go back to the earth? He said, yes. And Jesus said, in the earth there are troubles. There are troubles in the earth. If you want to go there, I'm going to show you a couple of things that you are going to experience. The death of your mother, the death of your son, and the death of your father. Something like that. And Jesus gave him the years when these things are going to occur. Actually, he lived with his wife. After he came back, he lived with his wife for 36 years. And on that very year, Jesus said the wife was going to die. The wife died. And also, his son grew up and got married, had his own children and family. But on that very day, or rather year, that Jesus told him that his son was going to die, his son died. And also, the Lord told him in that revelation that there is going to be a a global war, which maybe we call Third World War, that is very, very close by. Though the Lord didn't tell him exactly the year it's going to happen, but the Lord told him that these are the things that are going to happen. And you look around, you will see that the Ukraine Russia war is brewing so horribly. And nobody knows how it is going to end or where it is escalating to. So, my brother, my sister, I think this is a wake up call for every one of us, Christian, non Christian alike. Listen to the voice of the Spirit. Because you remember what happened in the Bible when Jesus narrated the story of the rich man and Lazarus. He said the rich man lived on this planet Earth and Lazarus also lived on this planet Earth. Both of them lived their separate lives, and the rich man never gave heed to anything that has to do with the spirit. The rich man never gave any heed to anything that has to do with the Bible and the prophecies and the revelations of the Bible. But Lazarus, though poor, was always inclined unto the things of God, always listening to the things of God, always believing Jesus, always believing God, always believing the Bible, keeping his life right with God. And both of them died. And Lazarus went to heaven, and rich man went to hell. And from here, rich man made a request and said, Lazarus, please, I would want you to go to the earth to tell my brothers that are on the earth to amend their lives so that they don't come where I am today, because I'm tormented here in the flame. And Abraham said to him, son, your request is quite correct. Your request is laudable. But the truth is, those of your brothers on earth, those people on earth, they have the evangelist, they have Moses, they have the Lord, they have the Bible, they have the prophets. If they can't listen to the prophets and believe them, if they can't believe what the Bible says, even when someone comes from the land of the dead, they would not also believe. And I believe that God has started giving that request of the rich man a priority on earth, showing a lot of people near death experience, showing a lot of people, uh, some people who died, and God brought them back after showing them either hell or heaven, and they are coming back narrating what they saw. But guess what? Even as I am talking to, a lot of people are saying it's a bluff. A lot of people are calling it bluff. A lot of people are saying, what is this man talking about? Who said he saw heaven? Who said he saw hell? But the truth remains that when you drop here dead on earth, you definitely will find yourself in another world. And that world is called eternity. And that eternity is split into two. Either it's heaven or it's hell. You choose. But I would want you to choose heaven. And how do you choose heaven? By recognizing that Jesus Christ was sent by the Father and he died for your sin and my sin. And anybody that believes his death on the cross and his resurrection on the third day will have remission of sin and will have eternal life with God, will never get to hell. I would want you to surrender and give your life to Jesus Christ. As you watch this broadcast, listen and heed the warning of the Lord, because the time is coming very fast. The time of the fulfillment of these prophecies that are made in the Bible are coming very fast, and they are being fulfilled. Do not be caught in the web of the negative implication of it. I would want to stop here. God bless you. See you again in another episode of things as they are being fulfilled on the earth relating to the Bible prophecies of the end time. God bless you. My name is Pastor Michael Niels Awams. God bless you. See you again.